This is Family Like a Ghost, and we're going to talk about a new song called Are You a Dude? And you hear it in the background. This is a Family Like a Ghost song. We're going to talk about it a little bit more in detail. After you hear it.
Everything's torn asunder. You're trying to make me wonder about you. Feels dark, make me wonder. Everything's torn asunder. Feels dark, make me wonder about you. Your rooftop, dude. But the light is gonna go straight through. You take me to the rooftop, dude. What you gonna do? You take me to the rooftop, dude. Hello, girl, I'm pretty rude. You're gonna get to choose which the lie is true. You're gonna get to choose if you're gonna turn both screws. I've been starting to wonder about you. Really gonna turn both screws? I thought you were a crow. Oh, I thought you were a root. You took me up to the top of the roof. Show me what you're gonna do. I think God's 10 times more cruel. 10 times more cruel. 10 times more cruel. What's gonna be that cruel? What's gonna be what you show me? Are you gonna show me that, dude? What are you gonna do? I'm still wonder. I'm still wonder. I'm still pouring sun about you. About you. I'm still starting to wonder. Am I set torn asunder? You're gonna make me wonder about you. A rooftop dude. Hello, girl, what you gonna do? Rooftop dude. You're gonna show me how you can be cruel. Is that the rule? Sunder on a fool. Consumer reds and blues. Out for the walls. I'm control. Afraid to show me you're cool. Not gonna break the rule. I'm not so you fool. No, you're gonna break that rule. I don't think it's so cool. Do, talk and do. What you gonna do? Out here I get rude. But you don't seem to show me the fruit. I'm starting to wonder about you. You won't show me the blue. You won't show me the cruel. You won't show me the moon. Consuming reds and blues. Really starting to wonder about you. I'm really starting to wonder about you. All you do is consume reds and blues, and you won't even bust that move. I'm starting to wonder about you. I wonder what you're gonna do. All you do is consume reds and blues. Don't even got me in the mood. You said that you were dumb cruel. It's him consuming all over the blue. I suffer all your fall. I wonder about you. Yeah, I start to wonder about you. Tell me what cool rooftop do. I thought you were gonna show me a thing or two. All I see is you consume with and blues. Suffer all you feel.
So this is the song "Are You a Dude?" and this is Fam Electric Ghost, or Keith Gittens Jones is Fam Electric Ghost, and that's my vehicle for doing electronic music. And that's my alter ego, Josephine Electric. "Are You a Dude?" is the name of the song. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. This is a new project because of the Dark Ghost project. I've had some issues with family issues and stuff where the Dark Ghost project is put on hold. And because it was going to be a physical album release, what I'm going to do instead is release Analog Grrrl and Rooftop Dude, A Love Story, as a full download album. Now, a lot of the songs are actually out there as singles, but I'm going to put together a download album that has these songs. And so the idea of Analog Grrrl and Rooftop Dude is I have a bunch of songs where Josephine Electric, my alter ego, is playing the character Analog Grrrl. And that's Grrrl with a Grrrl. And Rooftop Dude is the Phantom. And basically it's a love story in that it's a dysfunctional love story where Josephine is really enamored with the Rooftop Dude. And it kind of takes the idea that the Drifters had is you go up to the roof and you're going to have this really lovely romance. But in my version of going up to the roof, that romance is dysfunctional. There's some really kind of, dark things happening where psychologically, there's abuse or there's disconnection, there's dysfunction, there's dissonance. And the connection that you thought you were going to have, like under the boardwalk or on the rooftop with your lover, is not what it used to be. It could actually make you jump off the roof. It's very complicated. It's not what you thought you wanted. It's not what you thought love should be. And so "Are You a Dude" basically is a song in this collection of songs. I started these a couple months ago where I did some songs for the Monsters Tea Party. It didn't work out, but that's where the idea came from. I had this big long jam called Rooftop Dude, and the idea, I started to flesh it out where Josephine had this connection to her lover that's this rooftop guy. With the Rooftop Dude, it's kind of a guy he's aloof, he's somebody that, Josephine's really enamored with. He's the type of guy that's like a ladies' man, and he has a flaw in that he can drive women to really go crazy for him, but he doesn't have the emotional depth to have a real connection other than maybe romantic or sexual, but there's no spiritual connection, there's no real deep connection like a soulmate. And so sometimes I think people get confused, men do too, like when they run into a woman that they really keyed on and it's more about their beauty or about their sensuality or about the sex, and when you really try to get into a conversation, it's not there. And then you're struggling to feel like, well, because there's this sexual connection or romantic connection, then there should be this soul connection. Sometimes that's not the case. And so this idea is, that you go out with this person and they're kind of in this lofty position. They're up on the rooftop and they're kind of in this high position, this kind of high tower, and then everything kind of comes down from there. It's not exactly what you wanted. So what I did is I've been using like a VT03 vocal transformer for Josephine's voice and running it through a lot of effects to get like a really good feel. So I ran it through an MX1 mixer on delay to give a really good effect, and some of the VTO3 has some effects that I ran through have an additional delay. On top of that, I was using my Euro rack with my Arturia Mini Brute 2S, or Micro Brute Mini Brute 2S actually. And there's a lot of sonic stuff going on there. There's a DFAM drummer from another mother drum machine. Plus, I'm using an Arturia BeatStep Pro drum machine running through a JDXI. So I've got polyrhythmic sounds on the drums coming from an analog drum machine, the DFAM, and from a digital drum machine, the Arturia BeatStep Pro, coming through a JDXI. And so, because I got those polyrhythms going on, and then I've got the actual, keyboard, which is my trusty Roland Juno GI, and I'm using that to create the kind of atmosphere. And the bass line is actually a Moog Mother 32 routed through a Roland Juno GI. And so I've got kind of a stacked bass tone. And then the actual keyboard, which is a keytar, is the Juno again. So we got some layering through my Zoom R24 going on, and that created the kind of feel. And so I included the song in this podcast itself. I'm also going to include the Spotify version as a segment. I've noticed that for some reason the segment songs don't always get posted to some of the podcasting sites. So I don't know. It seems like only within Anchor can you get the segment. So if you want to hear the segments that I refer to in terms of the music, that seems to be only on Anchor as an official thing. When they get published, you only hear my conversation about this music, but you don't actually get the song. So that's why I included the song in the body of this podcast, so the people who don't get the actual segments can still hear the song. So I'm very excited about a lot of stuff going on. Hoping to collaborate with some additional people this year, finally. So we have a new collaboration. Last year's collaboration was with All Control K, To Infinitum, and the story there was, we had kind of a big star moment, and we released our album, then the whole band fell apart due to all kinds of issues on my side and her side. And it's kind of disappointing because that was a really good record. And it's still out there, but we're not able to really promote it in a good way because we kind of fell apart. And it's my fault, and there's a lot of things that happened in different prioritizations. People have to decide what they're going to do for their career. I understand that. And you do a project, and if it doesn't hit immediately, you don't always fully support it. But I believe that music is very... It was a point in time thing we did with All Control K, and I think it's still valid. It's a really good art, really good piece of work. I did see a comment from somebody lately about Rock Noodle Evolution, and they really loved the lyrics and the vocal, and that's all K. And that music was, it's been around for a while. I never could figure out a good vocal. And, Kay came up with an awesome vocal and really good lyrics. I would love to work with her again, but, sometimes there's some people, you never know if you can get to work with them again. But I digress. This song, again, is just me and Josephine, who is me, playing that character. Like I said, she's playing Analog Girl, because she was kind of created through subtractive synthesis. I've had songs where I talk about how Josephine is a product of subtractive synthesis, which is the theory behind the kind of how you build a sound on a Moog or any kind of subtractive synth. And since Josephine comes from the JDXI or VTO3, she comes from synthesis. She comes from subtractive synthesis. So she's pretty much an analog girl. From the start, she's born as an analog woman. And this idea of the Analog Grrrl and Rooftop Dude, I'm going to keep on exploring, and we're going to put out a full download-only album. And if you want to, check out the Spotify version, which is a higher quality version than the one that's playing on this segment. And we'll talk to you in the future about more song deconstruction. We're going to have Kendra Black on our anchor show tomorrow. And we had an issue the first time we tried to run it, but, that was probably my fault. Didn't use the old link. But we're going to talk to her. We have already talked to Shannon Ariana. We talked to The Heritage. We got some other bands lined up for the next 2 months. So we're moving forward on a new platform, and we appreciate everybody who's listening to us. And, share our music if you like it. Let people know about us, blog about it, share a link, let people know that you like the Ghost, and that will help us go forward in the future. Thank you.